Hello, friends. Since I have written this book, Digital Dharma, How AI Can Elevate Spiritual Intelligence and Personal Well-Being, let me share with you today how I use AI to expand spiritual understanding and also why AI has inherent biases built into it, including the biases of science and philosophy and other human models. Because, after all, AI is a database, and generative AI can take the entire body of human knowledge and put a context around it. But here's an example today of a little bit of arm twisting, metaphorically speaking, of AI to finally come to my point of view. So I will share the thread with you. So I said, my first question: does quantum mechanics consider matter to be a physical entity? If so, by what criteria or criterion? As particles, matter has units of mass and energy. However, if unobserved, it evolves into waves of possibility or probability, which have no location in space and time. Please help answer this conundrum. At the quantum level, is matter physical? So here's the answer. Quantum mechanics considers matter to be a physical entity, but it behaves differently from classical matter. At the quantum level, particles exhibit wave-particle duality and exist in probabilistic states until observed. So, by the way, right there in that sentence, he says it considers quantum mechanics. The AI says scientists consider quantum reality as material, even though it exists in probabilistic states until observed. So then the next question I asked is, how does quantum superposition challenge our understanding of how does quantum superposition challenge our understanding of physical entities? Answer. Quantum superposition challenges our understanding of physical entities by allowing particles to exist in multiple states simultaneously, defying classical physics. This concept implies that particles do not have definite properties until measured, leading to a probabilistic rather than deterministic description of reality. Superposition also suggests that space is an emergent structure, becoming actualized only upon measurement. This challenges the classical notion of objects having a fixed location and state, requiring a rethinking of what constitutes physical reality. So then the next question I asked is, that was a good answer, by the way. What role does observation play in the behavior of quantum particles? Observation plays a crucial role in the behavior of quantum particles by causing the collapse of their wave function, thus determining their state. This phenomenon, known as the observer effect, indicates that particles exist in a superposition of states until measured. When observed, they collapse into a definite state, such as behaving like particles rather than waves. This effect is not due to a conscious observer, but rather any interaction that records information about the particle state, meaning an apparatus. The double slit experiment illustrates this, showing that observation changes interference patterns. So then my next question, so far nothing new. Can quantum entanglement be considered a form of non-local physical interaction? Quantum entanglement can indeed be considered a form of non-local physical interaction. It describes a situation where entangled particles remain correlated in such a way that the state of one particle instantaneously affects the state of another, regardless of the distance between them. This phenomenon challenges the classical notion of locality, which asserts that objects are only directly influenced by their immediate surroundings. Despite these non-local correlations, quantum entanglement does not allow for faster than light communication, maintaining compatibility with the principles of relativity. So far, so good. The faster than light communication is not really the issue. It's faster than light correlation. Anyway, so then I asked, how does quantum entanglement challenge our understanding of space and time? Quantum entanglement challenges our understanding of space and time by suggesting that they may not be fundamental properties, but rather emergent phenomena arising from quantum correlations. Entangled particles exhibit synchronized behaviors regardless of distance, defying classical notions of locality and implying instantaneous connections, actually it's correlations, that seem to transcend spatial separation. This has led to theories proposing that the fabric of space-time itself could be woven from entangled states, indicating a deeper interconnected reality beyond traditional physical frameworks. Such insights push the boundaries of physics, inviting new interpretations of how we perceive the universe. Okay, I asked several other questions which are irrelevant right now, although I will address them later. The implications of quantum tunneling for our understanding of the physical universe, quantum tunneling and the origin of life and evolution of life, all these I will share with you later. And then, of course, quantum tunneling influencing the habitability of planets by enabling crucial processes that support life, etc., etc., etc. Finally, I said, listen, do me a favor. I said, do me a favor, help me to argue the point that and I asked about empirical evidence, species-specific subjective experience on consciousness, etc., etc. But finally, I said the following. Please attempt, because I know it's physicalist bias, please attempt an essay that the belief in matter as fundamental is a form of scientific superstition. And finally, I caught the fish. Hook, line, and sinker. The belief in matter as fundamental, a form of scientific superstition. The belief that matter is the fundamental building block of the universe has been a cornerstone of scientific inquiry for centuries. The materialist perspective has driven countless discoveries and technological advances, shaping our understanding of the physical world. However, as we delve deeper into the mysteries of quantum mechanics and consciousness, it becomes apparent that this belief may be more akin to a form of scientific superstition than an absolute truth. Finally got there. By examining the limitations of materialism and exploring alternative ontological frameworks, we gain a more nuanced understanding of reality. The materialist paradigm. Materialism posits that everything in the universe, including consciousness, can be explained in terms of matter and its interactions. This view has been instrumental in developing classical physics, which describes the behavior of macroscopic objects with remarkable accuracy. Of course, I don't think they actually exist. They are modes of knowing and experience in the conditioned scientific human mind, but never mind. However, as science has progressed into the realms of quantum mechanics and cosmology, the limitations of this paradigm have become increasingly evident. Quantum mechanics reveals a world where particles exhibit wave-particle duality, existing in superposition until observed. This challenges the classical notion of matter as having definite properties independent of observation. Additionally, phenomena like quantum entanglement suggest non-local connections between particles, defying traditional understanding of space and time. These insights imply that matter may not be as fundamental as once thought, prompting a reevaluation of its role in the fabric of reality. The superstition of materialism. Labeling materialism as a form of scientific superstition highlights its limitations in explaining certain phenomena. Like superstitions that arise from incomplete understandings or misinterpretations, materialism may oversimplify the complexities of reality by reducing everything to physical interactions. This reductionist approach struggles to account for the subjective nature of consciousness and experiences that cannot be quantified or measured. The hard problem of consciousness exemplifies this challenge by questioning how subjective experiences arise from physical processes in the brain. Materialism offers little insight into why or how these experiences occur, suggesting that consciousness might not be fully explainable by matter alone. This gap of understanding invites consideration of alternative or ontological perspectives that place consciousness or information at the foundation of reality. Several alternative frameworks challenge the primacy of matter by proposing different foundational elements for understanding reality. Idealism posits that consciousness is fundamental with physical reality emerging from mental constructs. This view aligns with interpretations of quantum mechanics that emphasize the role of observation in determining physical states. Another approach is informational realism, which suggests that information is the basic building block of the universe. Of course, information is a derivative of consciousness. This perspective views physical entities as manifestations of underlying informational structures, offering a framework that integrates both material and non-material aspects of reality. These alternative frameworks encourage a broader exploration of reality beyond material confines, fostering interdisciplinary dialogue between physics, philosophy, and cognitive science. Conclusion. While materialism has been a powerful tool for understanding the physical world, its limitations in addressing quantum phenomena and consciousness suggest it may be more akin to a scientific superstition than an absolute truth. By acknowledging these limitations and exploring alternative ontological frameworks, we can move toward a more comprehensive understanding of reality, one that embraces both the tangible and intangible aspects of existence. This shift invites a new era of scientific inquiry that transcends traditional boundaries and seeks to uncover the deeper truths underlying our universe. QED, the overthrow, or should I repeat myself, the climactic overthrow of the superstition of materialism. We are right now in the midst of it, and all the data, all the science, all the philosophy supports it. Let me know your thoughts and whether we are moving in the right direction. And of course, you can continue this conversation with my digital twin, digitaldeepak.ai. And the book also will help you use prompts, as I do, to help elevate both personal well-being and spiritual intelligence. Okay, my friends, take care and have a wonderful day.